You guys remember me? Hello! How is everyone? How is the sound? I'm in a new building, a new room, and a new microphone. You need the stories? Oh, you guys are gonna get the stories. I had... no... the fucking wildest hiatus. You know I was supposed to come back at the very least, like, 5 days ago. I was gonna try to come back on the 10th. Well, it's actually like... oh wait, it's actually super loud. It's actually like an old one, but I've brought it out of storage and put it on. I have like an arm now. Like the microphone's on like a little arm, right? Isn't that so epic? You wanna start? Don't get too hyped up, guys. Part of this story time is like actually upsetting. Okay, like it's not all good story time. But I'm gonna start good. So basically, everything went to plan, and I had a great time on my hiatus up until a certain point. I have pictures, and I'm just gonna tell you my tale. So settle in, my children. Ew, I'm not gonna call you that. Settle in, fuckers. Okay, first actually tell me how the microphone is before I actually tell the story. Like, don't just be like, whoa, microphone. If it's bad, you have to actually fucking tell me. I'm not saying anything else until you guys, like, actually tell me if it sounds okay. I can wait. I have all night. Sounds good? Okay. Choosing to believe you. If I go, like, watch this back and it sounds like shit, I'm gonna actually kill you. Try screaming to make a peek? No! I live in an apartment. I have neighbors. My roommate's not here, but I have a roommate, too. I'm not screaming. Guys, the volume has to be reasonable for apartment streaming. If I scream and bother my sister, I don't care. If I scream and bother my neighbors, it's not good. They're gonna complain. Little tinny? What does that mean? Tinny? Also, internet. We shall see. We shall see. I am plugged in Ethernet cable to a router. So, we'll see if the internet holds. Tinny Turner. Oh, fucking Tinny Turner, holy shit! So, I will tell you my tale. Actually, wait. I wanna get a picture to show you guys. So, as you guys know, as I had told you, me and my mother drove across the country to move into my apartment. We drove from Texas to Massachusetts. It was about a 5-day-long experience, and for the most part, it was amazing. We drove across the country, we saw the sights, we had a great time. It was a long trip. A long trip. However, we did have a first hurdle. We actually did kind of hit a roadblock before we actually left, which is that we showed up to my favorite establishment. My favorite establishment in all the world. This is sarcasm, by the way. Fuck these people. Budget rentals. To rent a van. Let me say that again. We wanted to rent a van. Like one of those U-Haul vans. To move my stuff across the country. We wanted to drive a van. We had made a reservation for a van, almost a month before the trip. So the day before we leave, we show up to my favorite establishment in the world, Budget Rentals. And this is what they give us. Does this look like a van? I found this PNG. Does this look like a van to you? This is a fucking truck. Does this look like a van to you? So, no, it's not Okay, look, we wanted... Do you guys know what the fuck a van is? We want it here. I'll show you guys the fucking pictures, since you guys need pictures for everything. This is what we wanted. This is what we reserved. And this is what they gave us. This is a van. This is a truck. Well, this is what we wanted. You know, note the difference in size and structure. Yeah. So, this is what they gave us at my favorite establishment, Budget Rentals. It was, and we said to them, there was like one woman working there. We said to her, oh, about a month ago, we reserved a van. And she said, I can give you a 16-foot truck. So it was actually, so this is actually it's not even the smallest truck they have. We wanted either a van or a 12-foot truck. They gave us a 16-foot truck. And we said, I said, what is the purpose of making a reservation? I thought the point of making a reservation is that you have the car that we ask for when we get there. And she gave us a long-winded explanation about, I guess, apparently they like rent the vans out to companies, and then the companies sometimes don't return them on time, but they rent them out anyway because they just assume that maybe the rental people, the company will give it back. I don't know what she was saying, but she said, long story short, TLDR, she said, there is no point in making a reservation, and you can take this 16-foot truck, or you can leave. And, you know, I have a move-in day to be there, so my mom and I, neither of us ever having driven a truck, look at each other and say, I guess we are driving a 16-foot truck across the country. So we drive it back to our house. That's the sound it made. That's not the sound it made. The sound it made was like thunder. When I tell you, the sound in the cab of the sound in the cab of this moving truck was like, there might as well have not been walls. You could hear the engine, the other cars, the wind. It was so loud in that cabin. And also the seat didn't recline. It wasn't a comfy ride. So we drove the truck back to my house, backed it up into the garage, not into the garage, outside the garage, because it did not fit in the garage. It was 12 feet tall. That will become relevant later. Remember that. It's 12 feet tall. I filled it up about a quarter of the way with my stuff, because remember, I had been anticipating fitting all of my stuff into a van, so there's tons of empty space in this truck. And for further reference, the truck, we gave it a name, or rather, it came with a name. It had a laminated piece of paper duct taped to the back of it that said Chino, C-H-I-N-O, Chino. So, the truck was named Chino. By the end of the trip, we were losing our minds and talking to Chino like it was a person. But this is Chino, my beloved. We got kind of attached to it, I'm not even gonna lie. So we packed it all up. Yeah, homeboy Chino. Yeah, Chino was a real one. Shout out to Chino. I think it was the name of like a person who was supposed to pick it up, like it was a label. But yes, Truck-kun's name was Chino, Chino-kun. Need some water. So, on Wednesday the 30th, we picked up Chino from Budget Rentals. Packed it all up that night. And then at 4 in the morning on Thursday, August 31st, me, my mother, Chino, 1/4 of the way full of all of my crap, set out onto the road. And our first stop was in New Orleans. So that was very fun. Actually, wait, do I have... Oh yeah, so there was actually one stop before New Orleans, and I want to show you guys a picture of it because it's the most majestic picture I've ever taken. So this was the first picture I took of our road trip. Oh, its pictures are huge. All these pictures are from my phone, so they're fucking gigantic. Fit to screen. This is Buc-ee's. I hope you all know what Buc-ee's is. I can't explain it to you. But I just took this incredibly majestic photo of Buc-ee's. Isn't this like just a beautiful picture? That's all. I just wanted to show you the picture. Isn't it nice? Don't ask why my phone's aspect ratio is so long. It's just a long phone. But yes. So first we stopped at Buc-ee's to get breakfast tacos. It was excellent. And I took this incredibly... I wouldn't bother showing you a picture of Buc-ee's, but like, look how nice this picture is. So Buc-ee's is like it's like a gas station that's on performance-enhancing drugs. It's the size of a mall, and they sell everything you could ever want, and the food is amazing, and there's a trillion gas pumps. It's just like, and it's only in Texas, I think. There might be one in I think we actually stopped at one in like Alabama or something. And it has very clean bathrooms. No, we stopped at Buc-ee's in Tennessee. I'll get to that. So then, we went to New Orleans. I actually can't show you any pictures I took in New Orleans, because the only thing I did in New Orleans was, I had a cursed encounter. I encountered a cryptid. I didn't think that they were real, but I actually met Fither. we had lunch. So yeah, I met Fither in real life. Isn't that fucking wild? So I can't show you any pictures. I took pictures of us, but like, they're pictures of us. So I rolled up, we went to a restaurant, it was me, Fither, and my mom at the restaurant. And I felt really bad because when we got to the restaurant, we all got there at the same time, and then I immediately had to pee super bad. And so I like took off from the table as soon as Fither got there. So me and my mom and Fither sat down, and then I immediately left because I had to pee so bad. And so I left Fither alone with my mom. Which, like, that's so awkward to meet your internet friend and then leave them alone with your mom. But I had to pee so badly in that moment. I had no other option. I had to jet from that table. So, if Fither ever watches this, I'm sorry I left you alone with my mom. That was really awkward. So I left Fither at the table alone with my mom. Oh, hi, Rebecca. Fucking go to your party then. What the fuck are you doing here? I'm busy clickbaiting people. Don't spoil the end of my story, by the way, Rebecca. Rebecca knows what happens. She was there. I'm clickbaiting people with my, that's spoilers for later. Go to your fucking party. Get out of here. Anyway. You distracted me from my story. But yeah, so me, my mom, and Fither had lunch, and then we went to a cafe. We went to a cafe. We went to, what is it? Cafe du Monde, and we got beignets. And then Fither took me to this, store. It was like a model hobby shop, and we looked at Gundams. And this is the most cursed thing I've ever done. I took a ride in Fither's car. I let Fither from YouTube drive me somewhere. Isn't that fucking crazy? I had like a moment while I was sitting in his car in New Orleans. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like 4 years ago. Like even before, geez, when was it? I was like 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, the Fither from YouTube, I know. I was like 5 or 6 years ago, I got into Persona 4 and was watching stupid YouTube videos. Flash forward 5 years, I'm sitting in Fither's car. It's really fucking weird. I was having like an out-of-body experience, and I was in Fither's car. I was also like, dang, he could kill me right now. But, he didn't, and we survived. This is a call-out post for Fither, by the way. His car doesn't have a mirror. His car is broke. His car is broke. He needs to get his car fixed. What I did, I let Fither drive me in his car. Maybe not the smartest decision I've ever made, but I did it. And I survived the experience. No, but yeah, so yes, Fither drove me in his car to a Gundam store. We chatted, we took a selfie, Fither call. Yeah. That's the real Fither call-out post. We don't need call-out posts for anything else he's ever done. We just need call-out posts for his broke-ass car. I'm kidding, by the way. His car was fine. I mean, it was missing a mirror, but like, cars get beat up. It's fine. And we had a good time. We had a good time. This is actually a Fither call-out post because I need to tell you guys something that he said to me. My mom got up part of the way through lunch to go take a phone call. Because she's like a work phone call, and I told what did I say to Fither? I said something like, oh, she's busy, she has to make a phone call for work. And then jokingly, I was like, she's a girl boss. And Fither said, too bad she's married. Bro, fucking Fither tried to romance my mom. But we had a really good time. So I met up with Fither. We had a good time. Then we got on our way to our first stop where we stayed the night was Biloxi, Mississippi. Which, do I have any pictures of Biloxi, Mississippi? Yeah, he was fucking MILF hunting. It's funny, because I told him my mom was gonna be there, and he was like, oh, I gotta wear something nice. I was gonna wear a Bridget shirt, but I know I'm gonna meet your mom. And I was like, no, my mom's favorite character is Bridget, though. She loves Bridget. She doesn't. That was a lie. Do I have any pictures from Biloxi, Mississippi? Not really, but, I did, this is just outside Biloxi, Mississippi. I can't remember what city this is in. But, we visited the world's largest model train museum. It was fucking insane, dude. It was like this big, warehouse of just a million model trains. And they were super intricate and really detailed and really beautiful. I don't have much more to say about it, but like, it was just awesome. I have like 100 pictures of this. I went so autistic in there. What else I got? Is this? Yeah, this is another picture of the same place. Oh my god, I keep moving myself instead of the pictures. But yeah, look how detailed it is. And it had all these buttons you could press that would move different parts. It was awesome. So yeah, highly recommend that if you're ever in Mississippi and you want to see the world's largest model train museum. They have it there. It was awesome. It was sick. I loved it. And then we stayed the night in Biloxi, Mississippi on the water. It was really nice. It was like a pretty nice beach. The sand was much nicer than the sand in, like, Texas, but the water was still the Gulf of Mexico, so the water was still, like, brown. Let's see, what did we do after that? Yeah, so that was Thursday. So Thursday night, we were in Biloxi, Mississippi. Then the next day, we drove through Alabama, and this is another cool one. We stopped at... Whoa, the USS Alabama, the battleship Alabama. This is kind of a shitty picture. Do I have any better pictures of the USS Alabama? Oh, this is a nice one. No, that's actually not the USS Alabama, though. This is the USS Drum. So, basically, we went to this place. It was the USS Alabama, yeah, boat love. I fucking loved it. So we went to the USS Alabama Memorial Park, which is like this huge, huge field on the water with a big airplane hangar. And they have the USS Alabama, the USS Drum, and then just like a zillion, like tanks and military planes and jeeps, and it was just like a massive like graveyard for old military equipment. It was pretty neat. And It was raining really heavily this day, so it was like very slippery, but I felt like I was getting the authentic boat experience. It was really awesome. Underrated part of it was the USS Drum, which is a fully intact, no hate to the USS Alabama, but I was actually obsessed with the USS Drum. I love submarines. I'm a little bit obsessed with submarines. I'm into submarines more than I'm into battleships. And so sitting in the back, just propped up, you can see it, like propped up just on some like concrete blocks, is a fully intact World War II submarine. And this is the best part. There was no one else. There was no one else in it. There was no staff. There was no one else. There was no one to tell me not to climb everything and sit on everything and touch everything. It was just me alone in a World War II submarine for like an hour. It was so awesome. I took like 1 trillion pictures of it. Here's a cool picture of the interior. So fucking awesome. It's crazy. Like, submarines are awesome. It was so sick. I took like 1,000 pictures of the submarine. I climbed it. I climbed every ladder. The porthole wouldn't open. I climbed on the top of it. I climbed down the side of it because there were no employees there. There was no one there to tell me not to. So I ate it up on the USS Drum. Oh wait, here's a better picture of the Alabama. So here's the USS Alabama. Also very quiet. I think because it was pouring rain, there weren't a lot of people there, so I just went all over this as well. The USS Alabama is like, it's not super intact on the inside. A lot of it's been converted into like a museum. So, but a lot of it's intact. But the drum, the submarine, was just completely untouched. It was like it had never stopped being used. It was crazy. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the USS Alabama is pretty interesting. It spent most of its deployment time, most of its service time in Japan. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we saw the USS Alabama. I'm in Canada. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Canada. Are you guys, like, as into military history as we are in the US? That's a trick question. I don't think anybody's as into military history as we are in the US. Let me get into some of these. Specifically Alabama. I don't think there is a place in the world that's as into military history as Alabama. We had a lot of fun. We saw a lot of Confederate flags. It was a little bit depressing. But, you know, that's how it be. Where did we go next? So then, after we visited the USS Alabama, we drove for a while. We didn't really stop for the rest of the day, except for, like, to eat. And then that night, we were in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Country music, capital of the world. And we got in there at like 11 or something. It was the night when we got there, but it wasn't like the middle of the night. And like, it's Nashville. Like, people party all night long. So we pulled up in the heart of Nashville, in the city, in Chino, our 16-foot truck. Recall that all of this is occurring in a 16-foot truck. We pulled up to this hotel, like a pretty swanky kind of hotel. My mom is like Hilton Rewards, so we stayed in like Hiltons the whole time. And it had a covered valet area, and it was valet only. And the valet area wasn't tall enough for our truck. It was 10-foot clearance. So the valet guy was like, no, you can't come in here. And so the valet guy, the hotel was like next to a bank. So the valet guy was just like parked at the bank. And then like after we'd parked at the bank, the valet guy just brought a bunch of cones and put them all around the truck. And he was like, now they won't tow you even though you're parked at the bank. And we were like, okay. But they didn't. It wasn't a problem. They just let us. We just parked at the bank. So we stayed the night in Nashville. We stayed the night in Nashville, and my mom wanted to hit the club or something. I don't know. My mom wanted to go see the party scene, which is not my scene as a shut-in. I don't get the appeal of that kind of stuff. So we kind of just walked around, like, the most crowded, disgusting, loud streets. I was pretty miserable, honestly, but my mom wanted to do it, and I went for her, so. And then we got some hot chicken, which I got... Okay, so they had, like, a mild chicken, and then they had, like, not spicy. I was like, oh, well, it's Nashville. They're famous for hot chicken, even though I don't like spicy food, but I'll get mild. Like, I could do a little bit of spice. No, I don't even want to know what the rest of the 6 spiciness levels taste like. That mild chicken fucking destroyed me. I couldn't, like, eat it. There's such a white woman, cute chat saying white woman, shut the fuck, yeah, I couldn't eat the mild spicy chicken. It was too spicy. I'm fucking sorry. What do you want? Like, what do you want? I'm sorry. I didn't eat the fucking Nashville spicy chicken. It was too spicy. I'm sorry. It was too spicy. It was way too spicy. It made me so upset. So, the next day... Where do we go the next day? The next day, so here's where I had my second online meetup. I went to a Waffle House. I'm not gonna say specifically where it is, because I'm not sure how specific this person has been with their location. But I met up with Ezra. You guys know Ezra, the Ezra Andromeda of Real Corp. We had, what meal even was it? I think we ate dinner. I felt really bad because we had planned to eat lunch together, and then me and my mom were just running super late. Like, we got out late. We had to stop a bunch of times because me and my mom have to pee all the time. We got stuck in traffic. So by the time we got to where we were meeting up, which was a Waffle House, because I never had Waffle House, and Ezra was like, we have to eat Waffle House. So I ate Waffle House for the first time. It was fine, I guess. I don't know. It was alright. But we went to Waffle House, and it was dinner time. And so by the time, I felt so bad. I kept pushing it back. We were DMing in the car. I kept being like, okay, we're gonna be there at 2. Now we're gonna be there at 3. Now we're gonna be there at 4. Now we're gonna be there at 5. And then it was like, do you just want to eat dinner? But, yes, I met up with Ezra. I gave them my bracelets. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Remember the bracelets? I've now given 2 of the 7 bracelets to the people they were meant for. Maybe one day I can give the bracelets to everyone. That would be so sweet. If I made you a bracelet, dox your location immediately and I will come to your house and give it to you. Anyway. And so I had some food with Ezra. That was pretty cool. That was pretty goofy. Meeting your internet friends in real life is such a trip. It was really weird because I've been terminally online for a long time, but I've never really met up with my internet friends. Like, most of my past internet friends from before my, like, Vtuber era, we kind of fell out of contact before we ever got a chance to meet in real life. And also, I was, like, a minor and stuff, and it was like, you know, it would have been weirder. Now that I'm an adult, I can meet my internet friends. So now I met Fither, I met Ezra. So, I don't know, either be jealous of me or pity me, I don't know. It's just so bizarre. Like, meeting your internet friends is such a bizarre experience. I forgot I was gonna, like, edit a picture of me and Ezra, like, our models into a Waffle House for this stream, but I forgot. Just like that video That video of the lady, like, beating the shit out of someone at a Waffle House, that's what we did. That's what we got up to. And then I left, and we spent the night in Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. Or, like, just a little bit outside of Cleveland, I think. I don't know exactly where we were. We were in this, like, yeah, it was, like, the suburbs of Cleveland. And it was, like, this hotel that we were in, we had a really funny encounter. We showed up at, like, the middle of the night. That was our modus operandi of this, of this trip, is we showed up late and left early from most hotels. Like, we would sleep in a hotel for, like, 6 hours. We'd, like, show up, shower, go to sleep, wake up a few hours later, back in the truck. But we went to Cleveland, Ohio. And in this hotel, it was funny because we got there in the middle of the night, and there was, like, 20 drunk dads in the lobby. They were so loud, and I guess the hotel bar, there was, like, a restaurant and bar attached to the hotel, like, had to cut them off. It was, like, and you could tell they were dads. They just had that vibe, you know? Like, you could tell they were dads. And they were, like, drunkenly yelling at each other about each other's kids, was what I could glean in my tired state in this hotel lobby. They were like, oh, I said this about your kid, you should say this about my kid, or whatever. They were, like, yelling about each other's kids. And then the next morning, I got in the elevator with someone. Oh, hey, John, what's up? Good to see you. I got in the elevator with someone who asked me about it. She was like, are they near your room? I was like, I don't think so. And then she told me that there was a Little League hockey tournament. There's, like, youth hockey going on that weekend. So that's why it was, like, 100, it was, like, not 100, it was, like, 20 drunk youth hockey dads. And they were getting rowdy. That youth hockey must be something else. They were ready to fight. They were ready to throw punches about youth hockey. Is youth hockey, like, the competitive dance for men? Like, it turns them into, I guess it's like, yeah, like baseball, hockey, like, Little League dads are second only to dance moms, you know? So, we spent a funny night with some hockey dads in Cleveland. And then the next morning, my mom wanted to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I think I have a picture. Yeah, so here, these pictures are freaking giant. So here is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's like a big pyramid. It's on the lake, the Great Lakes. I forget fucking which lake is Ohio on. Lake Erie? Lake Erie, I think. It was all right. Honestly, guys, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like, it's not worth your money. It's a tourist trap. It was like really touristy and shitty. I don't know. It wasn't that much fun. We weren't that impressed. But I did see this Taylor Swift outfit. Whoa, Taylor Swift. Wow. Taylor Swift outfit. Watch out. Is my reflection in this picture? I don't think so. That's not me, that's someone else. You can see a girl in the reflection, but that's not me. But like, yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like, it's just like a museum of musicians' clothes. It was mostly mannequins with clothes from, like, concerts and stuff. Like, that was 99% of the experience. And then just TVs playing music videos, and then, like, the whole first floor is just a gift shop. It was not that much fun. It wasn't, I mean, it was kind of interesting. It was, like, whatever. But it was pretty tourist trappy. I don't think it was worth it. But, you know, maybe that's just me. What else? I think I have another... Oh, yeah, the Beatles were there. But they did not have an exhibit. They didn't have an exhibit dedicated to my favorite Beatles song. We all want a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but which one will turn you into Squirtle? So that, like, 0 out of 10 experience. Like, what the fuck? Oh, they had a pinball exhibit? That's pretty cool. But yeah, so that was like whatever. But we did, so this was September 2nd. This was September 2nd that we were there. And, or no, it was September 3rd, I think. But, we accidentally watched the Cleveland Air Show, like across from the Music Hall of Fame. There's an airfield, and they were doing an air show, so I accidentally saw the air show, which was pretty cool. They like flew over a bunch of helicopters. They did like a salute to like medical personnel by flying a bunch of EMT helicopters like in a formation. It was pretty cool. So that's that. I'm just proving myself to be an autistic young boy on this trip, because the things I was most excited about were train, submarine, boat, truck, airplane. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm not beating these allegations, you guys. I just like big machines. I don't know, I think they're cool. Yes, I'm for real. Yeah, I'm your relatable VTuber, okay? I'm relatable like that. I only saw like one real train. The thing is, we were on the highways. We weren't like on train routes, so I didn't see that many real trains. I kind of thought we'd see a lot more real trains as we crossed the country. We also saw caverns, but we didn't really go in them. We just kind of drove past them. So that night, we left Cleveland and we drove to New York, which is where my grandmother lives, so we stayed the night with my grandmother. However, on the way there, we got lost. Well, not lost, but the thing is, New York, like crossing it into New York, has all these bridges and underpasses and stuff that our lovely truck Chino was too tall for, because they were built a long time ago. So we had to take all these weird truck routes, and we ended up getting lost in Manhattan in this truck. Guys, can you imagine trying to drive a 16-foot truck on the streets of Manhattan as a completely unexperienced truck driver? As just an ordinary young girl from Texas where there's giant roads and massive parking lots? I didn't drive the truck, my mom was driving. But oh my god, it was terrifying. We kind of got stuck in Washington Heights. And then what ended up happening, this is funny, what ended up happening is we were trying to Google Maps, right? And it just kept trying to take us on this bridge that the truck was too tall for. And Google Maps doesn't have any kind of setting for a tall truck to like avoid bridges. So what I did was I downloaded this trucker app. Like there's an app that's just like Google Maps but for trucks. And then it wanted to make me get a subscription for like $100 a year. I was like, fuck no. I signed up for the 7 days free trial and I used it for 2 days. But shout out to that truck app. That was kind of awesome. I feel like I learned what it was like to be a trucker. It was like all this trucking information. Dude, I really need to play American Trucker Sim on stream. That would be really funny. I think that would suit me, don't you? Aren't I a proper trucker? But anyway, I can't play a driving sim on stream because you guys are gonna realize how bad I am at driving. I didn't say that, I'm a great driver. So, we finally downloaded, imagine me and my mom driving a 16-foot truck around the streets of Manhattan at midnight freaking out while I'm trying to download a trucking app. That's what was going on. Insanity. Insanity. It was like so scary. So finally at like 1, 2 in the morning, we make it to our destination, which Isekai delivery service. Yeah. We make it to our destination, which is, my grandma lives in like she technically lives in like a suburb of New York. She doesn't live in New York City. We finally make it to my grandma's house. We pass out at my grandma's house for like 3 hours. That's how much sleep we get. We wake up that morning And it's move-in day, so we drive to Massachusetts. We pick up my sister, and we drive to my apartment. And we get there. My roommate has already moved in. So this is the 4th, September 4th. We get there, and we are parking on the teeniest, tiniest little cobblestone streets. Also, I have a little bit of a cough throughout all of this, and it still hasn't really gone away. But my mom has to be the most incredible driver I've ever met. She drove all around Massachusetts, these teeny, tiny little streets, up and down hills, cobblestones. She absolutely killed it in this 16-foot truck. We park down from the apartment, and we start moving stuff in. And keep in mind, this is my first day of school, so the day I'm moving in is also my first day of classes. Luckily, I don't have a class until 4 in the afternoon, so our plan is to try to move in as much as we can before 4 in the afternoon. So we begin. And boxes and stuff, no big deal. But we are moving furniture. It's me, my mom, and my sister. We are 3 rather small girls. But you know what? We did not need help from no man. We didn't need my dad, even though we wished he was there. We didn't need movers, even though we kind of thought about hiring movers. Anyone. We moved my desk, my bed in boxes, we'll get to that, a shelf, all of my stuff, like another rack, a TV stand, a TV. We moved everything ourselves. And there's no AC in my fucking apartment. I've never sweat more in my life. It was so difficult. It was so difficult. And then, the next challenge is upon us. Phase 2. This is phase 2 of the story. I want to tell this story in, like, 4 parts. We're now entering part 2. I told you guys to strap in. Part 2. We are at my apartment. How I have an IKEA bed in 3 parts. In 3 boxes of parts, I should say. I have purchased, very foolishly, the IKEA Brimness Day Bed. The IKEA Brimness Day Bed. I did not learn this until I was about halfway through the process of attempting to build an IKEA Brimness Day Bed. The IKEA Brimness Day Bed is rated as the number 2 most difficult IKEA furniture to build. It is incredibly difficult to build. It was so hard. It was so hard. I cried. I'm not even... I will admit this to you with full confidence. I cried real tears attempting to assemble the IKEA Brimness Day Bed. I did not do my research. I was like, oh, it's fine. It's like 4 legs and a base. How hard can it be? So hard. So hard. So hard. And I had class. This bed took me in total, probably between me and my mom, like 24 hours of building. Like if we had gone non-stop, no rest, no breaks, it probably would have taken us 24 full hours to build this bed. Also, we stopped halfway through to get a drill because there was just too many screws and I thought I was gonna break my finger. I'm pretty handy. I know my way around some power tools. I really do. I know how to build things. It was just crazy complicated. But... so, obviously, the time for me to go to class came around, and I had no bed. So I went to class. I went to about 4 hours of class, and while I was in class, my mom and my sister attempted to build the bed. They made some progress, but then it was like midnight. It was like the middle of the night. And I had half a bed. So me and my mom and my sister got into our truck and we drove to a hotel. We drove to a hotel. We spent the night in the hotel. The next morning, we get up. We get into the truck. We go do some shopping. We go to Target, we go to Best Buy, we go to the grocery store, and we just do some shopping for stuff that I'm gonna need in the apartment that will be difficult to do once I am carless. So we do that. We get back. We build the bed. I have class in the middle of the day. I have a class at noon. I go to this class. My mom tries to build the IKEA Brimnest daybed, the most difficult piece of IKEA furniture to assemble in all of the universe. She gets back, I get back, it's a little bit more built. And then around midnight that night, my mother and I finish building the IKEA Brimnest daybed. The bane of my fucking existence. And then, we put my mattress on it. We put everything on it. It is 1,000,000 degrees. I'm sweating my ass off, but it is done. I have a bed. All of my furniture is in place. It's just that my stuff is still in boxes, all of my clothes and stuff. But everything is good. We are go. We're about a day and a half later than expected. But it's okay. I say goodbye to my mom. I am moved out. I am a bird who has spread its wings to fly from the nest. I have officially moved into a new apartment. I say goodbye to my mother. I hug her. She cries. She gets in the truck. She's driving to New York to go stay with her mother. She's driving back to New York to go stay with her mom, my grandma, for a couple of days, and then she's going to fly back to Texas. I go to sleep in my IKEA Brimnest daybed, surrounded by boxes, in a bare, empty room with basically nothing but an IKEA Brimnest daybed. I sleep for maybe 4 hours. And then, at 7 in the morning, on Wednesday the 6th, I get a phone call from my mom, who is about an hour away from me right now. And here we enter part 3 of the tale. I do want to tell you guys, this is probably where I'm gonna not be as silly, because this is kind of serious, right? So, I get a call. I just want to warn you guys, if you're here for, like, complete silliness, you don't want to feel any feelings, you can dip now. It's nothing... I'm just gonna get into it, but, So I get a call at 7 in the morning on Wednesday the 6th from my mom, who's an hour away, that, she is in a different rental car, so no more Chino. Bye, Chino. She's in a rental car, and she's coming from New York to get me and my sister and take us to the airport to fly back to Texas because our grandfather passed away that night. So, at this point, I've spent one night in my apartment, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go home. I made this big show of moving out. I talked to all my family. I said, I'm moving out. Goodbye. I'm not gonna see you guys for a while. And then a few days later, I'm back. So I get up, I email all my professors, I pack a bag, and yeah, after a grand total of one night in the apartment, I head home. That's more. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate your kind words. You know, everyone, some people on Discord heard about this, and everyone was very kind and understanding. So, yeah, if you are wondering the exact reason as to why the hiatus was extended, that is why. It basically, I was gonna take that week to unpack and settle it and then get back to streaming that weekend, but it didn't work out. My grandpa, you know, I'm not gonna get too into it, but he was sick. He was sick and old, like grandparents are, and he was a stubborn bastard, and he died on his own terms. And so I went home. On Wednesday. And I was there until Sunday morning. Just doing all the stuff that you do when your grandfather passes away, going to services, having dinners, seeing your family, all that stuff. And it was nice. I don't know. I hesitate to use the word nice, but like, I guess it's like, you know, I feel like my grandfather, he went the way we all want to go, right? Like, he was old and surrounded by his loved ones and greatly appreciated, and he died in his home, and it was crazy, guys. My grandpa's funeral, like, everyone I had ever met was there, you know? Like, my grandpa was loved in his community, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. But the services and stuff were nice in their own way. So I was at home unexpectedly for another couple of days. Then Sunday at 4 in the morning, me, my mom, and my sister get on a flight to New Jersey. Not Massachusetts, New Jersey. This is where we're entering part 4 of the story. We got on a flight to New Jersey. Why? Amanda, why did you, your mom, and your sister go to New Jersey? Well, my grandmother on my mom's side, so this was my grandfather on my dad's side that passed away. My grandmother on my mom's side was having her 80th birthday party that day. And we hadn't planned on going. Just my mom was gonna go. But, you know, it was, like, I guess when one of your grandparents passes away, sometimes it gives you more appreciation. Like, it makes you want to spend more time with your grandparents who are still alive. So kind of in that day, we decided to go to her birthday party, which was in New Jersey. She was having an 80th birthday party. So we went to that. And the party was at 2 p.m. And we had to get there that day. So we got in the 6 a.m. flight. I was losing my goddamn mind. I was more exhausted than I'd ever been in my life, like physically, emotionally. I was just going through it. But we went to see my grandmother, and we had a nice time. We celebrated her 80th birthday. Just nice because, you know, not everyone makes it to 80. You should celebrate while you're still here, right? So that's what I did. And then we spent that night at her house. And then, here's the fucking crazy thing. My fucking insane sister begged my mom to take her into New York City that night to see her friend who goes to school there. So at, like, freaking 9 p.m., we're driving into New York City in a rental car in traffic. It was a nightmare. It was honestly the worst night of my life. Fuck you, Rebecca. She never watches this. But she got to see her friend, and we came back to my grandmother's house in the suburbs and collapsed and died. However, I only got to sleep for about 3 hours because we got up at, say it with me now, 4 in the morning to come back to drop my sister off at school and come back to my apartment. And I went to class. And while I was at class, my mom was at the apartment. She did some unpacking, some cleaning. We finally got settled in. Like, everything was still in boxes when I got back. It was basically just furniture in boxes. So I finally got to actually, like, settle into the apartment, like, start feeling like I really live here, you know? And I went to class, and then I did the whole song and dance over again. I said goodbye to my mom. My mom cried. I said goodbye, I'll see you probably in like a month when she comes to visit my sister for parents' weekend. Like, I love you, you know, I'll miss you, whatever. We said our goodbyes. Our real goodbyes for the second time. For the second time. And then I went to work a shift at work. I got... This story just fucking does not end. You guys are not ready. I said my goodbyes to my mom for the second time. I get back from my shift at work. It's about 8 p.m. I get a call from my mom. Her flight has been canceled. My family cannot catch a break. Her flight has been canceled. And she's gonna get a hotel room about an hour away in a small town in Massachusetts. And my roommate is out for the night. She's not there. I have a trundle bed on my IKEA Brimnest day bed and a couch. I tell my mom, you're paying my rent. Just, you know, full disclosure, my mom pays my rent. You know, judge me however you will. I am one of those kids whose parents pays the rent, okay? Yeah, okay, I get it, yeah. But I'm like, you pay my rent. Why are you gonna pay for a hotel room? Come stay here for the night. So, after saying goodbye to my mom for the second time, she comes back to my apartment. My sister comes back too. I don't know why, just because, like, she wanted to. And we actually have a really pleasant night. We do face masks, I make dinner, we watch a movie, and my mom stays the night. My mom gets up the next morning at, can you guess what time? 4 in the morning! 4 in the morning! I'm trying not to yell, sorry. 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning, my mom gets up. We say goodbye. For the third time. For the third time. She gets up. She goes to the airport. And she actually makes it all the way back to Texas. And this was on Monday. This was on Tuesday that she left. So it's now Friday. I don't know what day of the week it is. It's now Friday. So I think I've really said goodbye to my mom. So yes, then the next morning, we wake up a little bit later. My sister wakes up. My sister takes the train back to her school. I go to work. And that brings us to today. I am in my apartment. I have unpacked all of my stuff. I have set up everything I need to set up. Yeah, I've moved. So what was supposed to be a 5-day road trip, driving all my stuff up to college, moving in, and leaving, ended up being like a 3.5-week emotional roller coaster of despair. So, that was crazy. But I mean, the thing is, like, obviously, there's a little bit of a dark shadow now, I guess one could say. But we had a really amazing time on that road trip, you know? I'm trying to compartmentalize my feelings. Like, I want to remember that road trip as a really, really amazing trip that my mom and I had. So I want to, like, remember that, separate from my grandfather's funeral. But yeah, so that's, I don't know, that's pretty much the end of my tale. That's as far as we've gotten. How fucking crazy is that? How fucking crazy is that? I promise you guys, it's really funny, when was it, like yesterday or 2 days ago, I tweeted, like, I've just been eeping for my whole hiatus. That was a lie! That was a lie. I have literally been doing the opposite. I've been doing everything but eeping. I've been driving, moving, building furniture, shopping, running around God's green earth, going to funerals. I have not been eeping. I wish I was fucking eeping that whole trip. I could use it. I think now I need 3 weeks of sleep. And the thing is, there's no AC in my apartment, so I've been having a hard time sleeping. Any work to do for makeup coursework? Not too much, actually, because most of the days I missed, it was like, it wasn't too bad. It's like, you know, if you miss the first day of class, like, all you're really missing is, like, going over the syllabus. I pretty much just missed looking at the syllabus for the most part, so it wasn't too bad, actually. If I had missed later in the semester, it probably would have been worse. Let me have some water. Yeah, my new room is really cute, though. I might take some apartment pictures for y'all. I need to make sure there's nothing doxing in my room before I send you guys pictures. Yeah, you know, luckily all of my professors, and my boss, my manager at school, were very understanding of the whole situation. Because first I had to miss a day of work because I couldn't make it back in time because I was staying in a hotel because I didn't have a bed. And then, yeah, then I missed some days because, a loved one passed away, so... Yeah, they were, luckily everyone was very understanding. My roommate was very understanding. It was annoying because I bought groceries and then I had to go home and some of them went bad, so now I have to, like, go back to the grocery store. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I feel like I had been on this trips, plural? I don't know. Is it multiple trips? Because I went from Houston to Massachusetts, from Massachusetts to Houston, from Houston to New Jersey, from New Jersey to Massachusetts. I feel like I've been living this life for like 10 years. I can't remember what my life was like before I went on hiatus. I can't remember what my life was like before I attempted to move. Don't ever move. Wherever you're living, live in that exact same building for the rest of your life. Don't ever move. That's what I learned from this experience. I do have a roommate. I have a roommate, but like an apartment mate. Like we have different rooms. It's not a literal roommate. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's actually... She was one of my suite mates last year. We just decided to keep living together, so we got an apartment. But like we're not living on campus. We're in like an apartment. Like real adults. We have a landlord now. Ew, right? But we have like a living room and a kitchen. We shop for groceries and cook and clean and like do laundry. We're like real adults. I'm like a real adult, you guys. I'm like a real legit adult in a legit adult apartment. I am a grown-up. You hear me? I'm exhausted just from telling you guys that story. Oh my god. Do you see what I mean? Like, I was clickbaiting you guys with this title. Like, oh, it's the craziest week of my life, but it was true. Also, I still have a cough, apparently. Insurance/taxes? I have insurance and taxes. I do. It's true. Like, don't even say that as a joke. Like, that's literally just true. Yeah, now my next step is I want to figure out my streaming schedule now. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think when's the best time for me to stream now, because I like to be consistent if I can. Probably this time will be good, Friday nights, because I don't have any classes on Friday. I have class. When do I have class? I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah, I wanna try to have an actual streaming schedule out for the coming week. At least tomorrow, or maybe the day after. Probably not the day after. I'm self-employed? Well, luckily I'm not self-employed because this isn't my job. If it was, I would not be in an apartment. I would be on the streets. Because do you guys know how much money I make from streaming? The answer is, negative. I lose money streaming. It's, this is my hobby. Although, you guys could help me get monetized. And you see that now the microphone is like up here. It used to be over there, and now it's here. So you see me turning because I moved the microphone. But how about you guys? Talk to me. What have you been up to for the last 2 weeks? Did you guys get up to anything exciting while I was gone? Did you guys get up to any unsupervised mischief without me? Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Be gone. Amanda monetize time. Dude, I'm trying. I don't have enough watch hours. I'm thinking I'm gonna stream tomorrow. You put on your anniversary stream while I slept. Are you joking? I hope you're joking because I feel like listening to my streams while you sleep has got to be like bad for your brain. I feel like it's gonna like mess up your brain chemistry. But yeah, I'm thinking I might stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I appreciate it. But also, please be careful. Watch time or subscribers that make you eligible for monetization. So it's both, but I've hit the subscriber threshold. The subscribers, it used to be 1,000, but now they have like a lower tier monetization where you can get like some monetization features, not all of them, but some of them. And you can get them for like 500 subscribers. There's like a lower tier. So I've hit, but I haven't hit the threshold on watch hours for either tier. Although I do want to get 1,000 subscribers just because I want it. And also I want to be able to raid people like properly. Because like doing manual raids is actually so embarrassing, but it's also fun. VOD bros need to step it up. Yeah. Yeah, VOD watchers step it up. I want everyone to go watch my Blue Exorcist video. Art school, I haven't been back in 5 years. It's been a big struggle. 1 whole semester without ever making a citation. Look, you know, school is rough. I feel like students aren't given enough credit for like how stressful school can be. Like I feel like adults or like people with jobs, like parents and stuff, are like, oh, it's just school, whatever. You're just in school. But like school is really difficult, and I feel like people shouldn't be like shamed. They feel like they're having a hard time with school. Like it doesn't mean that you're stupid or whatever. Like I believe in you, and you need to take things at your own pace. If you feel like you're overloading yourself, you're not going to get anything out of that educational experience. Like, I believe that. Like, if you're taking 4 classes and it's too much, take 3 classes, you know? When people graduate later, it's okay, because I have witnessed firsthand, I've seen people just destroy themselves, like, trying to do too much academically. And they get so burnt out. Or miserable, or they think they're not good enough, and it's like, oh my god. But, you know, like, take things at your own pace. Don't beat the shit out of yourself. Yeah, that's my advice if you're having a hard time with school. And, like, seek help, you know? Like, your teachers, especially if you're, like, in college, you are paying. You are paying out the wazoo for this experience. Get everything you can out of your teachers. If you need help, talk to your teachers. And if you're worried that they're gonna judge you, fuck them. You're paying their salaries. They can explain shit to you. That's it. I just suffocated a little bit. Also, pro tip, tell them you're autistic and ask if you can have extra time to do your assignments. Don't do that. That was a joke. That was a joke. Don't I mean, don't lie. If you are autistic, you can tell them, but... Oh yeah, online classes. Online classes are interesting. Like, it really presents its own set of struggles doing online classes. If I had documentation, yeah, don't lie. Don't lie. But if you are autistic, or if you have ADHD or something else like that, like, advocate for yourself. Make sure you're getting all of the support that you need. And if they refuse to give you that support, I have the number of a very effective lawyer, and you should sue the ever-loving fuck out of them because that is discrimination. Just kidding. I'm not kidding about the lawyer part. I'm kidding about me giving you a phone number because the only lawyer's phone number I could give you would be like my dad's, and I'm not doxing my dad. But like, get on their ass. My god. I need it to get colder. It's really hot in my room. You guys can't hear the fans, can you? And I say fans plural because there is not one, not two, but 3 fans on me right now. It's so hot. Ugh, I bumped the mic. I don't know what I have. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I know something ain't right. Something ain't right up there in the head. I don't know exactly what, but... Yeah, advocate for yourself. If you need help, talk to your teacher, your counselor, your classmates. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in it at all. I think we have this, especially in, at least in the schools I've been to, this culture of like you need to do everything yourself. Like if you're struggling, you should be able to teach it to yourself or like figure it out yourself. And that's bullshit. Human beings are not meant to learn everything by themselves. I think you can hear the fan a tiny bit. There is a fan literally like 1 inch from the microphone, but like, it's so hot. I'm sorry, I'm not moving it. If you can hear the fan, cope. I don't know how anyone doesn't have AC. I know that that's like the standard on the East Coast, but what the actual fuck? How are you guys out here living with no AC, like all the time? That's so incredibly fucked up. When I had to surprise go home, anytime that I wasn't doing, like, funeral family activities, I was putting the AC to 65 fucking degrees and sleeping. Yeah, I'm not built for this. I am not built for no AC. I really am not. Crazy. All this fucking money for rent. Fucking crazy. I can't. It's been getting better. It was really bad when I moved in. Like, that week when I moved in, I think we were having, like, a heat wave or something. It's been getting a little bit cooler. But my room is, like, an interior room, so it gets really toasty in here. It'll be nice when it actually gets cold. It'll be, like, nice and cozy. But for now, it's just, like, ugh. You know? I'm like, I hate sweating. I hate being sticky with my own sweat. I do not like being sweaty. The thing is, like, I'm like, oh, I'm moving from Texas to Massachusetts. It's gonna be so much colder. And, like, it is at times, but not now. I'm still fucking hot. It's just like, you know how some people, like, run hot or run cold or whatever? I'm always hot. I am always hot. No matter what. Medical single dorm was in the basement next to a hot water heater. Ooh, that's rough, bruh. Oh. That sucks. The dungeon. Oh, hell nah. They stuck you in the dungeon. What the fuck did you do? The fucking queen said, send him to the dungeon. Send his ass to the royal dungeon. Now, I'm just always hot, no matter what. I think it's because my boobs are so big. I'm kidding, I didn't say that. I just had like an intrusive goblin in my brain tell me to say that. Forget I said that, shit. It's embarrassing. Get his ass in the dungeon. You're all going to the dungeon, fuck you guys. How far back can I lean in my chair before the VTuber model stops tracking? Now it just thinks I'm looking up. I got this new chair. I got a new chair. Can you guys hear me from back here? I'm now like a foot away from the microphone. Hello? I got a new chair. I can lean really, really, really far back now. Like, this chair is like a big recliner. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm gonna sit back up. I got this chair. I got a chair from IKEA. But I got like, so my budget to spend on a chair was like $150. And I got this chair from IKEA for $150, but it's like the $300 IKEA chair. I got it for half off because it's the floor model. Guys, life hacks. IKEA will sell the floor model of furniture for like half the price. So I got this chair for half the price. All I had to do was clean up the bottom a little bit and it's like basically new. I just disinfected it and stuff. Fucking epic deal. Fucking epic deal. Now I have this really nice chair. It's really comfy. And it's huge. It takes up like my whole room. But that's okay. Because I don't need anything else other than a chair, a desk for my PC, and a bed. Yeah, like the one they have on display. Like they used to have it on display, but now it's not on display and they sold it for half off and it was really cheap. It's like, you have to use your better judgment because I went to the section where they had all of the... They have this section called like, I think it's sold as is, where it's like the old floor models or stuff that's been returned, like stuff that someone took out of the box. So like they can't sell it at full price, but they're still selling it. Like they have a whole, or like factory defects and stuff. They have a whole bunch of really cheap stuff. And some of it looks like some of it looks ratchet. But this chair looked okay. You just gotta use your better judgment. Sometimes it's definitely not worth it, but this chair looked fine, so I bought it. And it's really comfy. I don't know the name of it. I like to know the name of IKEA furniture because I think it's funny. They all have funny names. Let me see if I can find a picture of the IKEA broom nest day bed. Let me see. There is like a picture of it. Boo. Okay, here's like the schematics. What the fuck? Where is... What the fuck is an AVIF file? What the fuck? One second. Let me show you guys. So this is the bed that I got. Look how fucking complicated it is. So it has a bed, and then a trundle, and then 2 drawers. Why the fuck did I think I could build this? I mean, I did. That's the thing. That's what I learned from this adventure. I didn't think... The fuck is a trundle? It's like this another bed that pulls out from underneath the main bed. That's the thing. I didn't think me and my mom could drive a 16-foot truck across the country. I didn't think we could move all the furniture by ourselves. I didn't think we could build this bed. But you know what? I did all of those things. Me and my mom and my sister and my roommate and my dad and the people who helped us. Like, we did all that, you know? Like, I fucking did that. Well, it's like for if you have guests. Because my mom slept on it. Probably my sister will, like, you know, sleep on it. I had a stan? What the fuck is a stan? Stan? I also met Fither, which was hilarious. Awkward, but me and Fither would just be like, but it was nice. Also, since I know, oh, stand. I don't know, I think if I had a stand, I would not have a stand, because I would not be in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I would have a persona, because I'm cool. But, oh fuck, persona mention, I gotta turn on the thing. I forgot how to stream, you guys. But, I was gonna say something about Fither, I don't remember. We actually had a really nice time. Oh, I was gonna say, I know some of you, some people, I don't know if any of you guys are watching, but some of you guys know, might be curious to know how I compare to Fither in terms of height. I will say, Fither and I, when we got up and we were walking out of the restaurant, he was like, man, you're tiny. I was like, what the fuck? I can't believe I got called tiny by fucking Fither. Which, by the way, Fither's not that short, you guys. He's like, he's shorter than average, but he's not like a midget. He's just like a kind of short guy. He's so dramatic. He's so dramatic telling everyone he's like the shortest person alive. I'm literally shorter than him. Also, I do want to inform everyone, if you've been like picturing this story in your head, that for my entire road trip, for most of the road trip, I was wearing my Pippa hat. So my Pipkin Pippa hat went across the whole country. It went to places Pippa would love and Pippa would hate. It went to Alabama, it went to Mississippi, it went to Tennessee, and it also went to New York City and New Jersey. It didn't go to California. Well, it's from California, actually. I noticed that when I bought it, it shipped from California. I thought that was funny. But yeah, so just envision, if you're envisioning me on this journey, just envision that I'm wearing the Pippa hat. Fither's actually long and lanky. He wasn't long and lanky, he was just like normal. He's so dramatic. He was like barely shorter than average height. And then we stood up and he was like, oh, you're tiny. I was like, what the fuck? Imagine being called tiny by Fither and then getting in his car. It's like the most surreal experience I've ever had, was getting in Fither's car. Tweet it, Pippa will love that. I don't know, I don't want to bother her too much. She interacted with me on Twitter recently. Now I gotta leave it alone. I can't bait her too much. People are gonna start to notice that I'm just clout chasing by trying to get Pippa to interact with me on Twitter every day of my life. What's crazy is, like, I don't know if it's registered to her who I am when she interacts with— it's like, she'll interact with me on Twitter. She'll interact with me on Twitter, and then I'll, like, send her a super chat on the stream. And she'll be like— it's like, I don't think she recognizes me by username. I think she doesn't acknowledge it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it. Someday I'll achieve my dream of actually talking to Pippa. Anyway, on the short end of that interaction with Fither— shut the fuck up! We like, it's weird how normal our conversations were with my internet friends who I met up with in real life. Like, we just talked about, like, school and jobs and, like, regular shit. I don't know. A little bit about video games, but not like an absurd amount. Oh, we did talk about Pippa a little bit, actually. Not, me and Fither. We talked about Face Connect a little. We talked about One Piece because we met up, like, literally the day that live-action One Piece was gonna come out. Pippa when. Yeah, everyone go tweet at Pippa. Be like, at Pippa, we want you Be like, Pippa, we want you to collab with Amanda. Can you fucking imagine? She can't say anything because she's in corpo? Maybe. Fuck if I know. One day. Maybe one day. No, I can't. If I keep saying this shit on stream, I'm never gonna get it. Maybe one day Face Connect will set my audition. And then Pippa won't be able to escape me because I'll be like in a Discord server with her or whatever the fuck corporate VTubers do. I assume corporate VTubers are just all in like a Discord server and they just like fuck around in there. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never been corporate. Can you imagine? I almost was. I mean, I don't know if almost. Twice, actually. Well, twice I got to like a second round of auditions. I don't think that counts as almost. It's just like phase 2. I feel like... Oh, I feel like one of those... Wait, I feel like one of those companies doesn't even like exist anymore. Yeah, I don't even think this exists anymore. Huh. Well, I dodged a bullet, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this is like, oh. There's rather yeah, it's like you, like, for VTuber auditions, you, like, make a video and fill out a form. And then... like, if then they'll do a second round while they're... Okay, so I will just say, like, both of the ones I did, the second round was not, like, an interview. I think most of them, like, probably like, bigger, more successful companies that I have not gotten a second round for, it's like, they asked me to record a different video. Basically, was what they did for the second round of auditions. They were like, can you record this specifically? Like, they asked me to like read for something specific. Or I don't know if read for is the right answer. So one of them, one of them was for a group, was for like a group audition, and they gave me like one of the characters, I guess, that they were thinking about. I've followed a little bit the talent who actually is this character now. It's just kind of funny that I was like, dang, I could have been her. You know, I came close, I guess. And they asked me to, like, record something in a specific character. And then the other one was, like, they just asked me to record, like, more questions. But neither of those were an interview. I never actually, like, talked to a human being. I just recorded shit and sent it to them. And then, so the first time I didn't, for one of them I never heard back again. And then the other one, they were like, they were basically like, oh, not for this one, but we might get in contact with you again for another project. They were like doing like another, like, it wasn't like another generation, it was like a subgroup or something. I don't know exactly what it ended up being. They were like, oh, we might get in contact with you in 3 months, and then I never heard from them. So yeah, those are my VTuber audition tales. That's the closest I've gotten to being successful, and like neither of those are like big corpos, just like obviously. I think that goes without saying. Both of those were pretty small time deals, but I never heard back. So that's kind of interesting. I will say, so this was, I'm like pickier with what I audition for now. I don't audition for things very often anymore, but like back when, this was like years ago, this was like 2 years ago now, like when I first started streaming, I like basically just literally applied to anything. I literally just apply to anything. I didn't do any research or anything. I'd just be like, oh, sweet. Let me send this and this and this. And then like later I'd be like, oh, this company's actually crazy. And it's like, I never even considered that. Good energy, cool vibes. You got to see me anytime somewhere. Oh, that's really sweet of you to say. Unfortunately, I can't sing. Once I learn to sing, it's over for everyone in Hololive. I'm fucking coming for all of their jobs. You didn't audition for Blizzard? Yeah. Holo ID Gen 4. Yeah, guys, I want to be in Hololive Indonesia, despite the fact that I am American and I do not speak Indonesian. I'm gonna apply for Holo JP. I don't even think you can apply for Holo JP, right? Like, they don't have an audition form. You have to, like, be scouted. At least I remember hearing that, like, for their last generation, like, none of those girls auditioned. They were all, like, scouted from other places. I don't know where I heard that, but I heard that somewhere. Be near Shark Girl, I would, rather die. No, I'm kidding. I legit don't know, like, let's pretend, hypothetically, this isn't, let's say hypothetically, this is never gonna happen. Let's say hypothetically, like, I did get into Hololive English. I don't know if I could take it, you guys. That's, like, scary. It's a lot of pressure. But, like, if I tried to debut and, like, 1 million people were watching, like, hundreds of thousands of people were watching, I think I'd just start crying. I don't know. Holo JP talents were staff? I didn't know that. That's kind of weird. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of ways into the industry, because, like, at the end of the day, it's the entertainment industry. Like any other, it's about who you know, a lot of the times. So Pippa. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I feel like there's a sweet spot. Like, I want to debut. If I were to, like, do it all over again, I want to debut to, like, 200 people. If it starts getting up over 1,000, that's when I might cry. Like, if 1,000 people are watching or more, I might cry. But, like, if 200 people are watching, I would just be like, awesome. And that's the sweet spot. That's the God. In an ideal world, in a crazy world, I would love to be hitting, like, 100 viewers. But we are a very, 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 very long way from that. But, you know, one can dream. One can dream. The thing is, I feel like you see streamers who are averaging, like, 100 viewers. Like, it's not about 100 subscribers. Like, if you have 100 viewers, you probably have, like, 15,000 subscribers. Releasing content outside of live stream. You might be right. Unfortunately, I fucking, like, hate doing that, and am bad at it, so I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at it and, like, have more ideas, but I really hate editing clips of myself, so I don't do it. That's the problem with me. I'm avoidant. If I don't like doing something, I just don't do it. So I, like... Yeah, I feel like I've tried to, like, increase my numbers by just being consistent, basically. I'm just like, oh, I'll stream 4 times a week at the same time. And then it's like, okay. And it's like, that worked, that's worked somewhat, but... I mean, yeah, totally. I've been there for, like, a year, 2 years, almost. I would stream to 1 viewer, 2 viewers... Yeah, nobody. I mean, I'd say I only started averaging like 7 or 8 viewers kind of recently. And I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. But I love streaming. I will gladly... Don't let my whining fool you, right? I will gladly stream to one person. One person, two people, that's enough for me, you know? But also, it would be... It's such a tightrope walk with, like, the streaming thing. It's like... Do I love it? And would I do it even if one person was watching? Yes. That feeling can coexist with wishing I had higher numbers, you know? I think pretending that numbers literally don't exist is not a good way of being about it. Like, when I see someone say, like, when I see someone be like, oh, don't worry about numbers. Like, I think pretending that no one cares about numbers is naive. Like, people are gonna feel some type of way about numbers, and that doesn't mean there's some kind of clout-chasing, like, horrible person. It just is how our brains work. Our brains like number go up. And, like, people don't become streamers because they don't want anyone to watch them, you know? Yeah, I know, less than 100 till 1K. It's freaking crazy. Yeah, I really hope to hit 1K soon. It was kind of my goal to hit it over the summer, but we got close enough. I'm still super happy. Yeah, I'm working with some friendos to try to get out some, like, edited versions of the Xenoblade streams, because the bitches like Xenoblade. I don't know. Our smaller communities and such on Twitch, and I noticed they're starting to grow because discovery is limited. It seems like pulling audiences off of other platforms is the key. Yeah, I mean, Twitch is, like, harder to get discovered, I think. I don't know. I stopped doing Twitch and I've never looked back. I didn't like Twitch. Numbers aren't everything. Yeah, I mean, numbers aren't everything, but yeah, pretending like ignoring numbers will, like, make everything okay. It will, like, will make you feel so much better. I think that's advice you can give if you've hit your goals already. It's like, I saw, like, Iron Mouse say that. Like, I saw Iron Mouse say, like, oh, just don't worry about numbers. It's like, that's easy for you to say. No hate to her, but I feel like you can stop caring about numbers once you've hit all your goals, you know? I don't know, I hate hearing huge creators say don't worry about numbers. It just annoys me, but that's no, like, hate to them. Just my opinion. And I don't want to say I don't care about numbers, but, like, I don't think if everything stagnated right where it is right now, if I never gained another subscriber and my stuff stayed the same, like, I'd be happy to stay here for as long as I could, but it would be cool if it went up. That's like my thought process, is like, it's fine where it is, but it would also be very cool if it went up. That's all. You know, I don't have a deep psychological take. I'm just like, yeah, it would be pretty neat to be a YouTube partner. And also, like, I do think having bigger numbers, like, it creates more opportunities. I feel like if I had more numbers, and this isn't me being number hungry, it's just realistic. If I had bigger numbers, I would probably feel justified in, like, spending more money on games and stream assets and equipment and stuff. If I had more numbers, like, might feel justified in spending more time on YouTube. I don't know. It's just, like, stuff like that. It gets really hard to put your all into something, like, financially or time-wise, if it's not seeing results, even if it's not money. But hey, that's just the way of the world. I don't think I'm, like, making worse content because I'm not spending a lot of money. I'm not fucking Mr. Beast. That's just the way it is. I'm gonna turn these off. What do you guys think? You guys more brown eyes or yellow eyes? I think that the brown eyes are prettier, but the yellow eyes are very striking. It's the wrong way, but if you ever decide to stream Xenoblade 2, why do you still do a bunch of it off stream? I mean, I think if I do stream Xenoblade 2, I would definitely do it the same way I did Xenoblade 1, which is like side content off stream. I think if you aren't putting out much content, networking is super helpful, at least at Twitch, because that's where small communities that share viewers. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely been helpful for me. And I've definitely, I think, gained, subscribers, but also, not just subscribers, but, like, community members, people who interact with the community, and friends through, yeah, just talking to people in the community, you know, Fither, Kenny, Ezra, Senna. Yeah, it's like, I feel like that's one of the things I've gotten the most out of this, is just, like, the friends I've made along the way. That sounds so cheesy. Maybe the real YouTube play button was the friends we made along the way. But yeah. And I'm definitely happy where I am. I'll be happier once I hit 1K, though. I've been lying all this time. I am, in fact, a number-grubbing bitch. Yeah, I mean, I've had weird interactions with people who are doing, like, networking stuff. And it's like, you know, sometimes you interact with someone on the internet, you interact with another streamer or a YouTuber or something, and you just don't click and it's awkward, and then you both go your separate ways. It doesn't mean that either of you are, like, bad creators. It's just not every creator can, like, be friends with every other creator. Just because you're both VTubers doesn't mean that you're, like, besties, you know? You have to find the people that you jive with. And also, like, it helps, like, I think some of my best collab streams are with people I talk to a lot off stream. That's why people, when I had the first couple of collab streams with Fither, people were, you know, I got some comments that were like, you guys have really good chemistry. And it's just because we talk off stream all the time. You know, like, that's it. That's really the secret key to having good chemistry on stream, is just talk off stream. And I think that happens a lot. You see a lot of VTubers, so, like, they don't talk to people. So I've been a Nigerian princess the entire time. Holy shit. Granting you 3 wishes, send me 10K and your credit card number. Oh, I'll have to think about that one. Guys, what wishes would you wish for if a Nigerian prince said that he'd give you 3 wishes if you send him $10,000 and your credit card numbers? I would wish for 1 billion YouTube subscribers. I would... I wish for 1 billion subscribers. Here are my 3 wishes. Number 1, I wish for 1 billion subscribers. Number 2, I wish for... How much money did I give you? $10,000? I wish for $100,000. And number 3, I wish that Blue Exorcist Season 3 is really good. Yep, that's it. That's all my wishes. Please and thank you, Nigerian prince. Hand it over. Oh, yeah, I would wish to be the Prince of Nigeria. I feel like, does Nigeria even have a monarchy? Is Nigeria a monarchy? Nigeria is a republic. Nigeria doesn't even have a prince. Fucking liar. fucking liar. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost fell for that. I can't believe I almost gave you money, but it turns out that Nigeria is a democratic republic. It has a president. You can't trick me, whoever you are. I'm stupid. No, I mean, doing, like, unpaid work is just straight up a scam. I will be doing that this year, though. I'm still trying to find an internship. Yeah. I would never get scammed, except for one time I did get scammed. Have you guys ever been, like, seriously scammed? That's a good, like, stream idea. I want to hear stories of getting, like, legit scammed by someone. I got scammed one time. I got scammed one time. I tried to buy, when I was like 13, I tried to buy an anime figure off a shady website and I sent them like $100 and they just never sent me anything. That was fucked up. That's not really a funny story though. They just did fraud. And then the thing was, I was really embarrassed that I'd gotten scammed by this shady anime figure website that I just never told anyone. Like, if I told my parents or my mom or something, she probably would have, like, figured out a way to talk to customer service or, like, the credit card company or something. That's what I should have done, talk to the credit card company. But I was so embarrassed that I got scammed that I just never told anyone. So, you guys are some of the only people who know that I got scammed by an anime figure company and I got really embarrassed and I never told anyone. I also had someone try to buy like $300 in V-Bucks on my PlayStation account, but then I just contacted Sony and they were like, oh, we'll cancel it. It's scam thinking I get free Xbox Live points. They logged into my account and used my dad's credit card to buy Xbox points, in which I spent thinking I got free Xbox points. That's not really a scam, it's just kind of a lie. But wait, so they used your credit card to buy points that you spent? So what was the point of the scam? Because they didn't do anything. They didn't get anything unless they, like, stole your dad's credit card information. I made an entire advertisement website for a car company, but it was actually a front. That's really funny. A front for what, though? Yeah, they might have just stolen your credit card information. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty funny, though. I'll probably hop off at the 2-hour mark. Give you guys another 10 minutes. Anything else fun happened to you guys while I was gone? You guys get up to anything crazy? I think I will plan on streaming tomorrow in the afternoon, just like another kind of little Zatsu, and then I'll put out a schedule at some point. That's my plan. I'm gonna work out tomorrow. You guys know that I'm getting my life together now? I'm like gonna eat healthy. Probably not. And exercise. Maybe. Aren't you proud of me? Now I'm gonna exercise. Well, the thing is, now that I live off of the campus of my school, I have to walk there, and it's like a workout because I basically live on the other side of a hill from my school, so I have to like walk up and down a really steep hill twice a day. My calves hurt. My calves hurt. Walking up a hill is miserable. Why did anyone build their towns on hills? Should just get rid of hills. Be buff Chad. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to become a buff Chad. Someone draw me being a buff Chad. I still don't like to eat vegetables, but my doctor was like, girl. Did I see the One Piece live action or not? I did not. I was kind of thinking it might be fun to do like a Discord movie night or something and watch some of it. I've seen a lot of VTubers doing that lately and I'm jealous. I want to watch stuff with you guys. Like on Discord. I think that would be fun. I don't know. I feel like maybe we should just watch a movie. You guys want to watch 2009 Astro Boy on my Discord server? Join my Discord server, by the way. Oh yeah, there was a State of Play and Nintendo Direct. I think I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. My plan is tomorrow's stream is basically going to be talking about Blue Exorcist Season 3. I'm so fucking normal. I'm so fucking normal. I'm so fucking normal about Blue Exorcist. Yeah, Astro Boy 2009 is like one of my favorite movies. No cap. It's good. It's a good movie. I don't care that it looks goofy as hell and it has a lot of like fart jokes. It's a good movie. Yeah, exactly. It's just being accurate. I like that movie. Donald Sutherland phoned in as the villain. Yeah. I don't remember, like, any of the voice acting really blowing me away in that movie. It's also been a bit since I've seen it. Which is a shame, because it's excellent. Hence why I was thinking maybe we could watch it. The scary thing about watching things on Discord is sometimes people can see my Netflix history. And then you guys will know that all I do is watch Blue Exorcist, and Transformers, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Ninjago, and documentaries. There's literally nothing embarrassing on there, it's just funny. Alright, let's have my sister real quick. You know, now that's not a bad stream idea, just exposing my watch history. Burrito. What the fuck? What the fuck? You got a fucking... Do you have a burrito? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Why are you fucking speaking in codes, fucking lemon jam? New taco place? I had a burrito the other night. It was, like, fine. I keep eating these mid-ass burritos from this place just because it's, like, built into my school and it takes my school dollars. It's like, the burritos are mid. Also, I think they fucked up my order because there were veggies in it and I don't eat veggies. It's like, they're fine. It's not, like, egregious. It's not, like, inedible, but it's nothing special. What the fuck do you mean you fucking would? Why do people keep saying that to me? People, every time I say something, every time I say, oh, I like this, or I don't like that, people are like, oh, you would like that. Oh, you would not like that. What the fuck does that mean? Am I so obvious? It's like, are all of my opinions so blatantly obvious to anyone who speaks to me? Am I that predictable? Like, can people just tell everything about me from talking to me? Don't answer that question. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. Being the walking stereotype. Are you a Monster High fan? I've told you guys I'm a Monster High fan. I've told you guys I'm a Monster High fan. Stop acting like you're just making this up. Coming to these streams and being a hater. Well, if you're such a hater, why don't you spell streams correctly, huh? Can you manage that? Lemon jam? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. It was gonna be a fucking hater if you can't spell shit correctly. Oh, I coming to these streams and being a hater. Like, bitch, learn how to type! Fucking lemon drunk. That's what I thought. I like Clone High. I've never seen Clone High. I've never seen Clone High. Actually, that reminds me, that was one I was thinking about doing as like a watch along. Would be like first time watching Clone High. Watch Clone High. I don't know. I don't know. Seems cringe. Right. Clone High. Alright, let me read the Wikipedia page. Clone High is an adult animated sitcom. Nope, not watching it. I've heard all I've needed to hear. Sorry. What? It's my brand. I have to be the adult cartoon hater. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's an adult animated sitcom created by Phil Lord, Christian Miller, Bill Lawrence, and premiered on House's late night programming, blah, 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 blah. What's it about? I just want... Okay, premise. Clone High is set in a high school. Wow! In the fictional town of Exclamation, USA, that is secretly being run as an elaborate military experiment orchestrated by a government office called the Secret Board of Shadowy Figures. The school is entirely populated by the clones of famous historical figures that were created in the 1980s and raised with the intent of having their various strengths and ability harnessed by the United States military. The principal of the high school, Cinnamon J. Scudworth, with his own plans for the clones, and secretly tries to undermine the wishes of the board. The main protagonists are Abe Lincoln, Joan of Arc, and Gandhi. Oh my god. Let's watch it. Oh my god. This show is almost as old as me. This show premiered the week I was born. That's crazy. I'm genuine. See, I prefer the word genuine to predictable. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to watch Ninja Turtles. I also want to go to sleep. It's been 2 hours. I'm going to sleep. I'm fucking going to bed. I'm going to sleep. Honk shoe, me. Honk shoe, me. Okay? Sleepy time. Everyone get in your fucking brim nest day bed. Get in there. Go to sleep. Brim nest day bed. Can fit like 2 people because it has a trundle. Brim nest day bed. Ah! Okay. Good to be back. Well, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for hearing my fucking tale of woe. Can you guys fucking believe everything that happened to me on my goddamn fucking hiatus? Oh my god. Sponsored by Big IKEA Amanda stream. Yeah, what if IKEA sponsored me before they sponsor Rin? That would be funny. Okay. Good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably. That is my plan. I think I will stream tomorrow, because my roommate's gone all weekend. Why not? IKEA should sponsor you? Maybe you should stream first. and then talk about sponsors. Aha. Aha. You should stream. Aha. And then you should stream with me. Aha. Okay. Alright. I fucking broke Lemon. Okay. Lemon streamy. Watch out for that. Alright. You wanna do it? Do it. 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 I fucking dare you. Yeah, that's right. Okay. We are so back. Alright, Otsu Darkness. Have a good night. I hope everyone has a good sleep. Lashana Tova. If you are celebrating Rosh Hashanah, which was today, I forgot to say that. Lashana Tova Tikatevu. I'm speaking the language of the gods right now. Lashana Tova Tikatevu. Shana Tova. One and all. Lashana Tova. One and all. Okay, yeah, it's the Jewish New Year. Have a good New Year. Eat some bread. In honor of all the Jewish people out there, eat some bread today. Okay, Otsu Darkness. Let's go watch Nasu. Hehehe. Okay, bye-bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys better fucking be here. I missed you. Alright. Bye-bye. I didn't say that. Bye. Let me shut the fuck up. Otsu Darkness. Goodbye. Oh, when we get to the raid, everyone be like Amanda raid. Okay, Otsu. Goodbye. For real this time. Get out of my house.